Asset preservation trust and how you can protect your assets. This is a key part of the work we do here at Cameron James with our clients to help them work out how they can protect their assets, whether it be from inheritance tax, care home fees, whatever it might be. If you want to have a conversation with one of our advisors here at the company, understand how we can help you to protect your assets, you can book in for a free meeting at a day and a time which is suitable for you. We'll run through your situation and explain to you what the options are. And for any of you naughty people who are watching along every week but aren't subscribed to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button below. This is the very best thing you can do to say thank you for the content, to let YouTube know that we're doing a good job, and we'll continue to invest more money and resources in free educational content. Okay, so asset preservation trust. It is obviously pretty self-explanatory. People are using them to put their assets into, to effectively take them outside of their estate for numerous purposes. One of the big reasons is inheritance tax. We all know what inheritance tax is in the UK. I do not need to bore you. £325,000, £650,000 per couple plus main residence allowance. Anything over and above that is taxed at 40%. I would say the second biggest reason that we see people using asset preservation trust is when looking at things such as care home fees later in life. For anybody who's had the unfortunate situation of being through that with their parents, I have had to do lots of research myself already. It's very, very expensive in the UK and globally for this. However, asset preservation trusts are not just a golden bullet, okay? It's not just as simple as, oh, fill out a few bits of paper and you avoid inheritance tax and you manage to not have to pay care home fees. You have to be very careful and particular in the way that these type of trusts are set up. Otherwise, it can be deemed as if you're purposely just trying to avoid, whether it be inheritance tax or whether it be care home fees in particular. Local councils, etc., can challenge trusts if they've not been set up correctly. This is why it's so important to speak with somebody who actually knows what they're doing, is going to do things professionally, transparently, and explain everything to you from the beginning. I don't think anybody should be setting up an asset preservation trust without really understanding it in pretty good detail. Now, let's be honest, you're probably never going to understand it as well as any tax experts in the UK, but you really need to get your level of understanding to at least a 7 or an 8 out of 10, I would say, even if you're never going to reach the whole 10 out of 10. Now, a couple of things to note here as well is that this is not new, you know? Trusts have been going in the UK for over 800 years, and things that are not good, they do not last, right? There's a very good reason that trusts have been here for 800 years, and it's a very, very widely used tool by many wealthy people to keep wealth inside their family. We all have that feeling, right? When you meet someone, they say, or they mention something to do with a trust, and you suddenly think, oh, how unfair. Their family has some trust thing, their life must be really easy, etc., etc. The point I'm trying to make is that you don't have to be some super millionaire or billionaire to be using trusts. They're actually very affordable. It really just comes down to the planning work that you do in advance and the research that you do to set it up. Now, a couple of very important things. If you're in very bad ill health and you're about to go into a care home or something like that, if you think you can quickly do an asset preservation trust now and avoid paying care home fees, I think you're going to be sadly disappointed in today's video. It really is about planning. And it's almost like when there's nothing wrong with you, no ill health, you're in a great state of health, you need to be proactively taking these decisions to protect your wealth and your family's wealth for the future. I hope today's video has been a little bit interesting for you, a quick insight into this. And as always, if you have any questions, if you've done it, if you think it's a good decision, a bad decision, let us know in the comment section below, and we look forward to hearing from you. And as always, take care of the UK pension assets.